Sorry, a puppy fell in. Hey everyone, so I've been meaning to come on and do this, do the answers to the questions that you asked me vlogs and vlogs ago. I think the vlog that I actually did the Q&A was iguanas, tantrums, Q&A, iguanas and tantrums, and that was like weeks ago, but I just have not had time to do it. Hang on one sec, what's this? Yeah, I'm so sorry it's taken me so long to come on and do this, but it's just busy, isn't it? You know what it's like when you've got kids and stuff. So yeah, anyway, I'll get cracking with it. Hey. So I'm gonna just go through the comments as they appear to me, basically. Hopefully Poppy will like, be a good girl. How do I manage the house? Do I have a daily or weekly routine, or do you just let things fall into place? Basically, I do try and get as much done every single day as I can. I just feel personally that if I... Poppy, stop it! I personally feel that if I can get it done, then there's less for me to keep on top of, but you can guarantee by the next day there's going to be loads for me to do anyway, because my washing is like a conveyor belt, the same with putting clothes away, but I like to make sure every single day that I've got the floors are swept. I don't mop every day, I mop like every other day. I polish every day, I clean the bathroom every day, I don't hoover upstairs, I only hoover upstairs maybe once or twice a week. And I don't always make my bed. It just depends. If I'm having a good day and I get loads done, then I'll go do my bedroom and everyone else's bedroom. But because no one, like the kids and stuff aren't playing up here as much, I kind of want the living space downstairs to be cleaner. Like obviously pots, I just do everything really. But once a week when none of the kids are here, if that's possible, if that ever happens, or if Lee's like got them all, I'll mop the floors, all the floors. I find it really difficult to get things done because Poppy is very clingy. She said, my question is, do you hope that Lee's vasectomy fails? I think this girl knows me very, very well. Probably like 2% of me kind of hopes that his vasectomy has failed. That is like the honest truth. I do get pangs of broodiness every now and again, but you can't just keep reproducing because you've got broody. They do turn into little people and you have got to afford all these things. But there's 2% of me that thinks, oh my God, maybe it would have like failed. But I didn't say that to you. Don't tell Lee that I said that. The next question that I was asked was, what do you do for me time or just to unwind once the kids are asleep? Also, when you feel like you're really stressed and can't cope, how do you deal with your feelings? Me time, well, I don't really do much, to be honest. I like to get in bed quite early on occasion, maybe a few times a week, and watch Netflix. I don't really watch normal TV at the moment. I've not watched any soaps or anything for about, I'd say about 3.5 months, maybe a little bit longer. I can't believe, and the more I haven't watched, the more I don't want to watch, because I'm just like, I'm going to be so out of touch with it now. I do like to have a glass of wine on an evening, on occasion, but you know, I like to chill out with the girls as well once the younger kids are in bed, and yeah. When I'm having the days where I'm like feeling really overwhelmed by feeling stressed and stuff, what do? I just get the kids to bed and then I sit down in my bed and do nothing. I don't do the pots, I won't dry the dishes to put them away after tea. I'll just leave everything and kind of get on with it. Or have a nice hot bath, just something to relax, because I know you all think I'm super mum, but you know, I'm just normal, and I do have days where I've got screaming from one child stops and I get screaming from another, and sometimes it's like, oh my God, very overwhelming. Would I ever in the future do daily vlogging, and do you watch the Shaytards and do you watch the Scone Jollies? If so, which vlogger do you prefer? I do watch the Shaytards on occasion, I do watch the Scone Jollies on occasion. I think more than those I watch Hannah Mags. I absolutely love her videos. I find it quite hard to sit and watch videos actually, so I don't really watch an awful lot, only like the UK mummy vloggers from around the UK. I like to watch those. I've got some favourites with those. Well, I love them all really. They're all a lovely bunch of girls. And yeah, I think Shaytards or the Sacone Jollies, I think, yeah, it's the Sacone Jollies. And you know what, I would absolutely love to do daily vlogging, but to be quite honest, they must spend so much time on an evening like editing and stuff, and I wouldn't want to, I've tried before to do daily vlogging, I think at the start of this year, and I feel like such a letdown that I didn't continue with it, and I don't really know, I don't feel like I'm in a position to dedicate myself to doing daily vlogging, because it does take over. I don't care what anyone says, it does kind of take over if you're doing it daily, and you can feel quite stressed with trying to get them on, and you don't want to let people down, and you know, I don't feel like I'm in a position to dedicate myself to that just yet, but I would love to do it if I ever do get time. Did I do anything differently to conceive with Poppy to try and get a girl? Do you know what? I did absolutely nothing. When I was trying to conceive with Georgie, I actually like charted my cycle with Fertility Friend and tried various methods to conceive a girl, and obviously we had our gorgeous little Georgie. And so when I fell pregnant with Poppy, we didn't put any thought into it. It just happened, and we didn't put any thought into it. So we didn't do anything to try and conceive a girl. I do think I felt pregnant during a different part of my cycle. I think it was before I ovulated. I think we had sex before I ovulated, and the sperm was in me a little bit longer. You'll have to ask Lisa Lundidums on that one, because she knows what happened and probably can explain it a lot better than me. But yeah, there's a theory that girls, I think it's this, correct me if I'm wrong, girl swimmers last longer. So if you have sex before ovulation and they're swimming around for longer, then the males will die off, and then there's more chance of conceiving a girl. I think that may be right, but correct me if I'm wrong. What is your bedtime routine for all 6 children, and also how do you discipline them? Bedtime routine, basically they have a bath after tea. I'm a bit like clockwork. I kind of bath them straight after tea, and then they can go and sit downstairs and we'll do a reading book, or they can draw, or they can just play and unwind and let off some steam before bed. The girls just like to slob out on the telly, as like teenagers and pre-teens do. And then it gets to about 7:45, and I tell them all to get a story each. I sit on their bedroom floor, they get in bed, as you saw in my day in the life, and I sit and read to them. And Poppy is usually crawling or walking around during this time. And then, usually they're pretty good at going to sleep, and they'll go straight to sleep. But then I'll go downstairs and I'll sit and spend some time with Holly and Emily and Poppy, feeding Poppy kind of while I'm talking to him or whatever. And then the girls go to bed quite a little bit later, probably about, I don't know, 8:30, maybe 8:45. They always tell me that they go straight to sleep when they go to bed, but I don't think for 1 minute that they do. I think they sneak iPods and phones in there with them, or slip a DVD on. Like Emily loves it that she's the other end of the house, because she can just like put a DVD on, because she knows nobody can walk that, like, doesn't want to walk that far down the end of the house at night time. But yeah, that's my routine. I do kind of need a routine on a night time, otherwise I think I'd crack up. I can't be doing with having kids running around all evening. It's bad enough when Lee has an evening off work, or he's off for a week or something, because the routine just goes to pot. He's like, he'll let them stop up, or we'll go out in the car a lot and they'll fall asleep, and then they won't want to sleep at night. But I like my routine, to be honest. It probably makes me sound a bit of a freak, but I do like my routine. Discipline wise, the girls get sent to the bedroom, which I know isn't ideal, but sometimes I think everyone needs that space away from each other when it's kind of kicking off a little bit. They'll have an iPod or a phone taken off them, or they'll be grounded and they can't go play out. I don't let them play out every night of the week. I let them play out on a weekend, that's it. I don't want them like roaming streets or anything. But yeah, if they misbehave or have attitude towards me, that's what I do generally. The boys get a telling off. They get the naughty step, or they go to the bedroom, or I just like, if they're screaming and throwing a massive tantrum that's going on and on and on, I kind of remove them out the room, remove them from the room. if they're doing something naughty, like hurting each other, I try to actually kind of cuddle the one that's hurt, and then that I find that kind of makes the one that's doing the hurting a bit like, oh no, you know, he's getting a cuddle because I've just hurt him and I would really like a cuddle as well. So it kind of swings and roundabouts. They apologise, they say sorry, or they go on the naughty step. It depends the level of what they've done. Luckily I'm not getting the back chat off the boys yet, that what I get off the girls. Would I advise someone to do YouTube videos, good points, bad points, and do you get much hassle from friends and family about them? You know, YouTube is a fantastic place. If you want to go, if you want to try do it, if you want to be a vlogger or do videos, then I say go for it completely. There's a lovely community of mummies, soon-to-be mums, and just like lovely ladies and men that are daily vloggers. Everyone kind of gets together, to be honest with you, and everyone like talks and stuff, and I think everyone's quite supportive. I've not actually known of any major arguments or anything as such. I've heard of issues, but nothing major. But you know, people are different, people have different opinions about it, so I won't go there anyway. But basically, yeah, go for it if you want to do it. The bad points of it are that because your videos are out there, people are free to give you their opinion, you know, which is a free country, opinions, you know, what make the world go round. But because you're putting it out there, people can put opinions over to you. They can sometimes say some very nasty things. They can sometimes assume things which aren't true. And obviously, if you're quite shy about vlogging, there's always that chance that people you know, like a bit closer to home, will find out your vlogs. Which, if they're supportive of you, then it's not a bad thing, really. Which is another part of your question, Holly. Do I get hassle about friends and family from them? Do you know, I think quite a few people from around here know that I vlog, and sometimes I do find it quite a bit embarrassing, especially when I've spoke about quite personal stuff, and sometimes I get a bit like, I'm walking down the street, oh my god, I just got a really funny look off that person. Come here, puppy. Do they know that I vlog? My family think it's wonderful, my family think it's great. Whenever I do a vlog of the kids, come here. I'll send them the link to the videos. The majority of my friends are very supportive of my videos, and because I've been making these videos as well, they've also started watching other mums in the community too, and it's nice, it's nice, especially when it's people that I don't see for a while or I've not seen for a while and they watch them. So yeah, you know, it's lovely. I think it's lovely. If it wasn't, then I wouldn't be vlogging for like, I don't know how many years, 7 years now? Oh my god. The next question, I'd like to know how you budget for new clothes for all the kids. Do you set a certain amount aside each month? I try to put about £600 away a month. We try, and the kids don't always need new things every single month. So some months we still have that money like in the bank, but like this month I need to go out and get all the kids some new like autumn / winter clothes, and also I need to buy Christmas presents. Puppy. So I'll probably try and spend, maybe about 500, maybe a little bit less, and I always like to keep bits in the savings account anyway, but generally that's what we do. Do Lee and I have many nights out together as a couple? No. We used to. We used to always do it quite frequently. Georgie was a very different baby to Poppy. He would settle with other people a lot easier. Because of Poppy being quite clingy to me, the most we can do is go out together till maybe, I don't know, 9:30, 10, and I'm very picky about who I leave her with as well. When she's in a clingy mood like she has been recently, I can't leave her with anybody, but I always have a babysitter at home for Poppy, because what we've discovered is that she doesn't like going to other people's houses for the night. So we don't really, when I'd had Georgie, we went to York and stuff. But since I've had Poppy, we've not actually had like a good night out. We've had like been out together for birthdays, for a meal and a drink. That's about it. The next question is, are Lee and I married? If so, how long? And if not, why not? We aren't married. No, we're not married. We got engaged, I think about 8 years ago. And we got engaged pretty soon after we got together, really. And marriage is a really funny thing for me. This is kind of why. people get married and have this lovely, beautiful wedding that costs a fortune, and I think that's lovely. I've been to loads of them and I would so love a wedding like that, but the reality of it is we can't afford to have a big wedding like that, and I don't want to wake up the next morning and think, oh my god, that's done with. I really love the idea of just, come here, come on, come on, babe milk. I really love the idea of just having something small, just disappearing off to a registry office and walking out and going to school to pick the kids up and saying, guess what, we've got married today. But I would like the kids to be involved in it, but I just don't want a fuss. I really don't like, I don't like making a big fuss of it. To be honest, I don't think it'd really change our relationship. I don't think we need to get married. If it's not broken, then why try and fix it? I don't know whether you know what I'm trying to get out of there, but I just don't see the point in getting married. I'm just a bit funny about it, really. The next question. Have you always been a stay-at-home mum? What is the best job that you've ever had and what's the worst? Right, I'll tell you this. The best job that I've ever had would have been when I worked for the local council. I was studying an NVQ in business and administration at the same time. I was pregnant with Frankie, and towards the end of me qualifying from my NVQ, I went on the payroll. I only did I think it was 16 hours a week or something. But it was fantastic. I worked in the children's services marketing department and helped out with doing the flyers and stuff, and it was really good. I absolutely loved it. Like I said, that was sorry if you see any boob. That was 7 years ago now, and that's the last time that I've worked. It's really shocking, really, isn't it? But I am looking forward to going back in the future. The worst job that I've had was around the time that I started vlogging, actually. I worked in a bun shop. Like a sandwich shop, and my boss was horrible. She was just mean and horrible, and I hated it. She used to make me feel like crap, so I didn't work there very long. She actually sacked me because I had some time off because Lee had food poisoning, but at the time we didn't know it was food poisoning. We thought it was like a bad bug, and I said to her, look, I can't come in. I've been cleaning up sick and poo all night long, because we was actually house sitting for his mum, and he's like throwing up and pooing in his mum's toilet, and I had to clean everything because it's not nice. It wasn't our house. And I told her that I couldn't come in because of this, and if I owned a bun shop, I wouldn't want someone that's been cleaning up poo and sick. Another question. My question is, how do you find time for yourself or couple time? Do the kids go to bed at the same time every night? We only have one baby and struggle to get time alone. I think I've just answered this previously, but the boys go to bed roughly between 7:30 every night, probably later on the weekends. Yeah, so there you go. Someone's asked me a question, what does Umbumgo stand for? Right, I think I've answered this before, but it was a long time ago now. So yeah, when I was at university many years ago, when I was young, I used to play on a girls' football team that was pretty rowdy, and we was all drinkers, and we'd all go out and drink pints and do shots, and anyway, I used to like the drinks, Umbumgo, you know, the drinks, Umbongo, and for various reasons or another, they decided to call me Umbumgo. I think it was because, like, you'll probably like hate me for this and all unsubscribe, but I think I pulled a Mooney once or twice, so they called me Umbumgo. And the only reason I used it as my YouTube name is because the day that I registered all those years ago, every single name that I tried to put in wouldn't work, and I know I should probably change my name now, but this is the name of my channel. It's a bit Umbumgo, you know. I quite like it. I know it's probably really random to a lot of you, but yeah, that's why, basically. What is it you want? Another question. Sorry, I've got Poppy rolling around on my knee. Right. Are you ready? What's this? Another question. Can I ask, do you and Lee ever disagree on how you bring up the kids? It's hard with stepfamilies, etc. He seems pretty easygoing though. How old were the girls when you got together? Yeah, it is hard with stepkids. I think it has been quite hard for Lee at times, to be honest with you. It has been hard for me as well. Because, like, he was 19 when we met, and the girls was what, 2.5, 3, and everything was fine. But as they've started growing up and they've started getting more attitude, Lee is probably much more firmer with them than what I am. Excuse me. Like I said, sometimes I'll just switch off, and sometimes when the girls start being mouthy to me, I'll just be like, just save it, don't make an issue out of it. I can't be dealing with a full-blown argument, and I'll just ignore it and walk away. However, Lee's like different to me. He thinks they need to be a bit more respectful of me, and they need to like drop the attitude with me because I do a lot for them, which he does a lot for him as well. If they start the attitude with him, then I do tell them. If they start the attitude with me, then he'll be like, what do you think you're doing talking to your mum like that, you know? And next question is, how do I choose my children's names, and how do you cope when you take all the children out together? Taking the children out together, I just say stay calm, and yeah, just stay calm and it'll be fine. You've got to be positive, it will be fine, just stay calm. That's what I always tell myself, and usually it's fine. I actually really enjoy taking them out on my own because I find them so much better behaved than when Lee's with us. And I don't mean that in a bad way towards him, but sometimes with the daddy they push their luck a little bit. With regards to the children's names, I picked Holly and Emily's names before I even found out I was having girls. Their dad wanted to call them Porsche and Lamborghini and couldn't think of anything worse. But I just chose Holly and Emily. And then I know people mock me, but I kind of, all the other names, Frankie was after my gag that died, was called Frank, and I wanted to call him Frankie. And then Bobby, Georgie and Poppy, I thought it all sounded really nice. So we just decided to like give it all the Y-E like ending. I've been asked how we budget for new clothes for the kids, which I've already answered about putting the money away each month, which is the same with the days out. We use the same money. In the after school clubs, at the moment no, but I'm going to get them both in at multi-sports, Frankie and Bobby. It's difficult because Frankie has football in the week as well, so sometimes his training's on a Wednesday or Thursday. The girls do a sporting activity every single day after school at the moment, something that's just started, so they're really enjoying getting stuck into that because they're really sporty girls. How long or often do Holly and Emily spend time with their dad? So yeah, Tim, the girl's dad, he lives in Reading, so it's quite far away from where we live. So he comes up once a month and sees them. He stays in like a hotel, and he'll have them in the hotel with him, and he'll take them out for a couple of days. During the holidays, like the summer just gone, he actually had them for a month, which is really nice. They've got 2 sisters down there. They've got a baby sister who's a bit younger than Poppy, I think. Then they've got another sister who's the same age as Georgie, so nearly 3. And it's really lovely that they've got such a good relationship with the dad. There's been times in the past where he's driven me crackers, but you know, he's a good bloke and he loves his kids, so I can't really knock him. And the girls love him too. They love to go spend time with him, although we do all miss them so much. But yeah, that's the question answered for you. I don't find that too much of a personal question. But I don't think I've actually ever said how much time I spend with them anyway, so it's nice to be able to tell you that. Anyway, I think that is all of your questions pretty much answered. So yeah, I'm really sorry if I've missed any out. I've probably tried my best. This video is going to be really, really long for me as well. But I hope that you enjoy anyway, and it's been lovely sat here having a chat. So yeah, I hope that you're all good, and I will see you soon. Thank you for watching.